Look, today we're putting aside the dry statistics and those endless political talking points. Instead, we're diving into a deeply personal chronological journey. We're going to map out exactly what it actually takes to pack up your entire life, step off a plane, and just try to build a new existence in the UK. This is the raw reality of the migrant experience, literally told from the ground up.
Okay, so here are the 5 grueling, often unspoken phases we'll be exploring. First, the reality of arrival. Second, the bureaucratic catch-22. Third, surviving the immigration maze. Fourth, planting roots in cold soil. And finally, the return ticket dream. Let's get right into it. Right, so let's start right at the beginning. Imagine this. You're leaving the beautiful communal warmth of Accra, Ghana. You finally step off that plane at Heathrow, and the very first thing that hits you, it's not this overwhelming feeling of awe or excitement like you see in the movies. No, as our source beautifully describes it, it's a literal sensory shock. It's a wall of crisp, biting cold that smells vaguely of jet fuel and damp concrete. The air at the airport doesn't welcome you, it immediately tests you. Which brings us to phase 1, the reality of arrival, specifically the terminal and the checklist. Okay, let's dive into this, because the moment you arrive, your entire life, your whole identity is suddenly reduced to whatever you can carry in a flimsy little plastic folder in your backpack. We're talking your entry clearance visa vignette, your biometric residence permit, or BRP, decision letter, and a dense list of instructions. But here's the thing, these instructions, they don't feel like a welcome to the UK guide. They feel like a high-stakes obstacle course, you know? Back home, problems are solved by just talking to people in your community. But here, you've got to navigate this massive maze of unwritten rules and endless online forms. And almost immediately, a ticking clock starts running. You land on day 1, right? Well, you have exactly 10 days, no exceptions, to collect your physical BRP card at a designated post office. Just imagine standing in that queue, clutching your Ghanaian passport, your heart just absolutely hammering in your chest. There's this haunting, terrifying pressure that one simple clerical error, like, I don't know, a misspelled name or a wrong date, could ruin absolutely everything. And when the clerk finally slides over that pinkish blue plastic card, you look at the expiry date and you realize the clock on your right to even exist here is already ticking down. So, moving on to phase 2, the bureaucratic catch-22, or what we can call the paperwork labyrinth. And this brilliantly illustrates just how maddening everyday life becomes, because getting set up in the UK requires navigating this impossible, frankly absurd loop. Get this, to work you need a national insurance number. Okay, makes sense. But to get that, you need proof of address. To get proof of address, you need a bank account. But high street banks demand, a national insurance number, or a utility bill just to open the account. It's a total cyclical trap, keeping migrants completely on the outside. Imagine walking from bank to bank in the freezing rain, getting turned away again and again, simply because you're crashing on a friend's sofa in South London and obviously don't have a tenancy agreement in your own name yet. Our source captures this feeling perfectly, saying, getting the right documentation in the UK is a nesting doll of bureaucracy. You literally can't open one without already holding the key to the next. For so many people, including our source, the absolute only way to break this anxiety-inducing cycle is pure luck. Seriously, finding a modern digital bank or maybe a highly flexible landlord who's willing to bend those rigid rules just enough to let you get a foot in the door. But the crazy part? The anxiety doesn't just stop once you finally have a bank account. As a migrant, you're essentially living your life in the intervals between visas. Because of that, you end up building a literal physical filing cabinet. Every single scrap of paper becomes a sacred relic. We're talking pay slips, bank statements to prove you meet certain financial thresholds, proof of continuous residence, and literally every single utility bill. You hold on to all of it because you know, deep down, that a single missing water bill from, say, 3 years ago could completely